What's up, Blizzard Nation? Welcome back to the Build Boldly game plan presented by Boldt. I am joined by Ben. He's got me all frazzled today. I'm joined with Ben from
Throwing
Boldt.
haymakers at you, Ryan.
And yeah, really. I put my chat screen on the old Zoom here so people know what happened today between us. So I'm joined by my good friend from Boldt, Ben Bruns, and head coach of your 4-2 Green Bay Blizzard, Corey Roberson.
Hey,
What's up?
what's going on?
Ben's in rare form today. This is going to be good.
Yeah, I got a lot going on, a lot of balls in the air, but that is what happens, right? So,
Right.
Coach, you had a squeaker at Sioux Falls. Didn't come out on top, right? You beat them in a back and forth game. They beat you in a back and forth game. Talk to us a little bit about that one.
Yeah, where do I start? Hats off to them. They won the football game, and we watched the film and we saw a lot of errors. We had some injuries, but we saw some. We got to play football. We had some errors, and we got to have some people grow up. Just straight to it.
Yeah. No, that all makes sense. That's what happens, right? So, it's part of anything. If you know what to do, then you do execute, right? And
Right.
So, coaches or people in leadership have to be able to help everybody understand what it is to do, and then you got to ultimately rely on your people to go do it, right? So.
Yeah.
It's one of the great things about relationships, right? And about accomplishing something. So, well, you've got another opportunity coming up. You got a home game again, which is going to be really, really good, playing Tulsa. What have you seen from them so far, and what are you looking for in terms of your team, both offensively and defensively?
Yeah, no, pretty solid ball team that they got over there. Last year it was a lot of close games that they didn't pull out. This year, that team is putting points on the board. They had a couple of 70-point ball games. So, we're gonna have to find a way to slow down that offense. That's for sure. What we're looking for from us is, to play a complete four quarters. We haven't done that yet. Put together a complete four quarters on all three facets of the game. Special teams, offense, and defense. But that's what I'm looking for from both sides of the ball. Play a complete four quarters.
You talked about injuries. Any updates there? Anything you're seeing in terms of who might be back, or what you might have to do?
Yeah. So we'll be bringing in a couple of new guys. You'll see some new faces, at some positions, and hopefully that gives us a spark in certain areas on either side of the ball that we need. Of course, you never want to see any injuries happen to your guys, but it's professional football. We understand that that's a part of the game, and we just got to keep moving forward and bringing the next guy in and get them prepared to play.
Talk a little bit about the roster, right? So people are familiar with like an NFL roster of 54 players, and then you've got people on the practice squad, eight players there, I think. At any given position, right? Offensive line, you got four guys. Or just kind of break down how you carry your depth throughout the year.
Yeah, no, that's a great question. So, we wish we had a 53-man roster.
Yeah, right.
Give me a 30.
Yeah.
We have it's a 25-man roster that we could keep. And out of the 25, 21 of those 25 get to dress for the game. So it's very, you have to be the strategic part of it, and the puzzle has to align, because if injuries do happen, you have to be ready to plug and play. Just because it's such a short turnaround, especially, during this stretch that we're on right now. It just so happened that we had some injuries in some positions that is not a lot of plug and play. It's you got to go find to come and teach and then play. But nonetheless, out of the 21, you just got to be prepared to play football and get them up to par and keep the needle moving forward. So, but yeah, it's a 25-man roster, 21 of those guys dressed. You talk about, try to keep at least 2 quarterbacks. That's a key position, right? You want to keep 2 quarterbacks. You want to keep a run, want to have a running back, maybe 2. In our situation, we have 2 running backs. Both of them is pretty good. We keep 4 receivers. And then we try to keep 4 O-linemen, 5 O-linemen for sure. But, we try to keep 12 on both sides of the ball. Then on the defensive line, you want to keep 5 D linemen and 2 linebackers and 5 DBs. And you can fluctuate that number any kind of way you want. But, if you got some tweeners or whatnot.
But any given game, you really only have 4 guys that aren't your starters because you got a kicker that comes out of that 21, right? And you're playing 8 guys at a time. So, that's where you're flexing your depth in the course of a game. So that's a real challenge.
Oh yeah. No, it's you got to be strategic, and you got to know who could do multiple things as well, because if an injury happens, it's plug and play just to get through the game.
Yeah. So as you're going to get talent like that, how do those connections happen? How do you I know you have great relationships with a lot of guys across the league. Is that the primary spot that this sort of thing comes from, or where do we work those angles?
Yeah, no, I try to keep a great working relationship with a lot of guys. I try to be as respectful and professional to every person that I come across for sure. But a lot of scouts, we have a lot of scouts, a lot of agents. Being in the position for a few years now, I've been blessed to be able to develop those relationships with certified agents and scouts or whatnot that, if they guys, especially during this time, right, where, NFL teams getting ready to report to camp, you got UFL that's already happening, CFL, so these guys who didn't get that call, now they looking to, they still want to play ball. So now they looking to come to indoor. Then it's the graduation period, right? We got a couple of guys that we're bringing in after this weekend, that they wanted to walk across the stage, which, for some, that's once in a lifetime. So, we respect that process as well. So, but the process, man, is really staying in touch with these agents, letting them know when you need something. Hopefully, you're keeping your database and your player personnel board up to par. We got a lot of people in position that do a great job for us behind the scenes. Especially with our director of scouting with Sam. So,
yeah, cool. Okay. Well, thanks for the insight. That's really helpful. And anything from an X's and O's perspective, or mentality that you're looking for out of your club on Saturday night?
Yeah, score points. Right. Yeah, stop them. Yeah. No.
All the hard stuff. I feel like you could write a 2-page coaching book. Score points. Stop.
Our offensive coordinator.
Our
offensive coordinator was great. His name's Steve Loney. Coached, in college football and the NFL for a long time, and Coach Loney would always tell us, "Guys, you got to score one more than the other guys did." Score one more. All right, Coach. We got it. It is funny as an offensive player. You get a drive done, you go score, you come back and sit down, and turn around and if the other team scores again, you're like, okay, now we got to go get like the scoreboard said what we wanted. Now it's not gonna, or now it doesn't, right? So there's only one way to change this, and that's to go get some more points. And that's not on anybody else, regardless of what happens in any other series. So
yeah, having possessions are valuable. You keep a team, typically you get about 8 possessions a game, depending on the flow and the turnovers and how fast you're scoring. Anywhere between 45 to 50 plays. We had a game where we had like 68, 70 plays, and it was like, whoa, it's a lot of plays on defense for sure. I think offense had like 27. Thank God we won that game, but that's a lot of plays, and you got the flags and stuff like that play a role in that. They keep drives alive. But that's another story. We're not going to talk about that. Yeah. So yeah, it's two offensive drives per quarter, so about 8. And so possessions are very, very valuable. And you got to take advantage of the opportunities when you are on the field, and capitalize on that. And because it's so precious.
Yep.
Possessions.
Yep. If you can score on 7 of 8, you're going to win, right? I mean, that's just how it works, right?
Right.
6 of 8, maybe you win, probably you win, right? But like 5 of 8, ooh, that's going to be rough.
It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. You got to have a stellar defense.
Yep. And 4 of 8, something weird happened in the game, right?
Yeah.
and you won some other way, right? You scored on defense, or you did something else, right? Because
right.
That's just, it's probability, right? The field's small, so
true. Yeah. Very true.
Cool. Ryan, what do you got for us, man?
Home game Saturday, 3:05. Tulsa's first time in our building, which is cool. So it's cool for Blizzard fans who are only come to games at the Rush and may not travel to get to see new teams. Corey and I remember a time when the league had 5 teams and you were seeing the same team for. We saw Nebraska in Corey's playoff year, I think 5 times in the year. It's good. It's cool to see. I mean, even for the non-football fan who might be coming because it was for a school or something, and it's just neat to see different jerseys and different teams that we're not always used to seeing in Green Bay. So exciting. So it is Blackout Breast Cancer Day, so a new one for us. So black and green jerseys. So it'll be Blizzard and black with pink accents. All black game ball. And Corey could attest to. I did check with him before I ran with that football, but like I hope it's easy to see. Iowa does it, so like I hope it wasn't like a. Have you guys been practicing with the black game ball then? Like, because I know we practice whatever ball we're about to play with.
Yeah, we did today.
Okay, cool.
And did you want to throw Ryan off the top of the Rush Center or not?
Say that one time.
And did you want to throw Ryan off the top of the Rush Center after playing with the black game ball or not?
I think I knew what he was doing. I mean, it's about the brand, right? He's in marketing, so when I grabbed the ball, I'm like, oh, these are pretty nice. So I threw it one way, and then I gripped it a different type of way, and I'm like, why are the Blizzard logos so big?
In my
it's
defense,
all good.
I sent specific instructions, and I did you have to tell people who are watching this. I literally talked to you before I did specifically the military ball this year too, because it has a ring around the end. I asked him, right? Because it's one thing to look cool, but I do we joke on Strictly and stuff. We genuinely care about his and the team's needs and when we can get in the rush and that the footballs are good. And then we finally got a black jersey, right? But we want to sell stuff and look cool, but I didn't want to the military ball specifically. I went and talked to Corey because it's got a ring around the end, and I'm like, hey, before I do something stupid, should I do this, right? So it's definitely a 2-headed monster here, and I value his opinion on a lot of that stuff because what may look cool and might sell might not be the right thing for football. So yeah, definitely value his opinion. So, but it should look really awesome on
Sounds
Saturday
awesome
with black game balls and black jerseys.
They look nice. They look nice. They look real nice. So I would, when you're watching this, I recommend that you go and get one of those balls from the merch stand, or hopefully you only catching it from us anyway when we kicking it through the upright. So
Yep. So 3:05 early game in benefit of Ribbon of Hope, which is awesome. We'll have a lot of folks that support. Ribbon of Hope is a nonprofit, completely operated nonprofit, no paid employees, who really help people that can't afford their journey through breast cancer. So pretty awesome game. I know the Trinklers pour into their golf outing and stuff, so it's a real cool full circle that we get to kind of surround them with a football game and help out that cause too. We're really excited for it. Some real cool things at halftime, a Taekwondo group, because we thought it'd be cool to kick cancer's butt. So there's Taekwondo at halftime. And I got Corey some minutes back at half, so we don't talk about what we talked about last episode. So we're set. We're cruising for a great game on Saturday. So 305 tickets still available. Come on out. Wear black or pink. That's what we're asking fans. Enjoying the Blizz and supporting Ribbon of Hope and driving awareness and battling all things breast cancer. So
cool. All right, go Blizz.
Go Blizz. Thank you guys for taking time. I really appreciate it. Ben, make sure you make another game this year. Corey, let's make a lot more games. I got a playoff hold in the system. So
there we go.
I'm set. No pressure. It's just on you now. I got the holds in for us. So.
All right. No pressure. No pressure. We're just going to take it one game at a time, baby.
Sure are, man. Good. Doing a great job. I appreciate you both. Go Blizz. We'll see you Saturday.